This may be your first official Rumtula video, but it's pretty much the same as class. I'm going to go through some examples and I'm going to try and explain things in a way that you will understand. If you find the video is moving too quickly, I suggest pausing and rewinding a little bit and playing again. Option number 2 is changing the speed of the video. So if you want me to talk really slowly or really quickly, you can work that way. Or if you're fine as is, please definitely pause the video when I tell you to and try the problem. Okay, so today's lesson is on geometric series. So basically, we are adding up the numbers in a geometric sequence, which means that there is a common ratio. Again, remember something that I'm multiplying or multiplying by a fraction. So here is our formula. Again, Sn is the sum of the certain numbers. So same as before. U1 is the first term. R is the ratio. And N is the number of terms. So again, the variables in the notation should look familiar to you. Now, first question here says find the sum of the first 10 numbers in the series. So the first question is, what is it that you know? And please write that down. Okay, so if I write down what I know U1 is 2, I know R is 3, that's what I'm multiplying by every time. I want the sum of the first 10 numbers, so N is 10, and I'm trying to find S10. So again, start with your formula, plug everything in. So S of 10 is equal to 2, 1 minus 3 to the 10 over 1 minus 3. Here's where people are going to have some problems entering this into your calculator. So please take a moment, pause the video, use your calculator, and see how it goes for you. Did you get 59,048? If you did, good to go to the next question. So, again here, slightly different. Find the sum of the first 10 numbers in this series. Please write down what you know, fill in the formula, and tell me what your calculator gives you as an answer. Now, if you subbed everything in correctly, so U1 is 1, R is a third, N is 10, S of 10 is what you're trying to find. Here's what my formula looks like. When I punch it into my calculator, I get a lovely fraction. That fraction is 29524 over 19683. Now that's pretty ugly. Many of you will want to turn that into a decimal. So remember to go to menu, number, convert to decimal, and you will get 1.5 approximately. Okay, so again, not overly difficult, but it is a matter of you trying to write down what you know and solving the equation appropriately. Next question. I want you to give this question a try. This question I would consider, say, very hot on level scale. Notice here, I know U1 is equal to 1 over 25. I know UN is 3125. And I know R is 5. I don't know what N is. And I don't know what the sum of however many terms is. So notice I have 2 things I don't know. So I'm going to have to take a step in between. So take a moment, check it out, see what you're going to try and find first. And then we'll continue. So hopefully you started here with the general formula that we had before for a term. So I know the last term is 3125. I know U1 is 1 over 25. I know my R, or my ratio, is 5 to the N minus 1. If I multiply by 25 first, I get 78125. And that's 5 to the N minus 1. Now, because we haven't learned any logarithmic laws here, you need to find 5 to the what gives me 78,125, and that's actually 5 to the 7. So if 5 to the 7 is equal to 5 to the N minus 1, then 7 is N minus 1, so N happens to be 8. Now that I have N is 8, I can now use the other formula. So I can find S of 8 is equal to 1 over 25, 1 minus 5 to the 8 over 1 minus 5, and I use my handy-dandy calculator to tell me this sum. This again gives me a fantastic fraction of 97,656 over 25. If I convert that to an approximate decimal, that's 3906.24. Again, the thing I want you to notice most is it is about knowing which formula to use, actually taking a moment to write down what you know and what it is that you're trying to find to head you in the right direction. Okay? Give the homework a go. It shouldn't be too difficult, and I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.